y'all done? I'm out here practicing patience. Number one, I'm here with the pooches, right? And yes, that is a glove. I don't know what I was doing out here with that glove. But anyway, I just want to show you. First of all, I want to show you my lush lawn. Because my lawn is lush. I don't think it's going to be lush much longer. And now I'm going to let the people do their thing. So this is how the entirety of my day is going to go. Although it's getting a little warm out here. I live in Arizona. How y'all doing? I want to answer some simple questions from some people. And then we all just going to enjoy our day. Because I do get simple questions that I usually never get to. And one of the easiest ones that a lot of people ask me, and I haven't talked about in a while, is what are my favorite cases in criminal court when I was going. Now all I can see is that glove. It's bothering me. I am so disordered. But now the light ain't right. But anyway, that was a terrible throw. There's a lot of slobber on the ball. But anyhow, what are my favorite cases in divorce court? My two favorite cases in divorce court was Johnson versus Tisdale. Because she needed so much help. And I described my life and we laughed. We had a good time. Johnson versus Tisdale. And my second favorite one was Buchanan versus Buchanan. Because again, I started talking about lessons that I had learned. And but the funniest one I had was it was a two-parter where this woman was always chasing her boyfriend through the bank. And then I don't remember the name of that one. And then there was the one where the bride slept with the best man as opposed to the groom on the wedding night because the groom got drunk, decided he'd rather play cards as opposed to doing his husbandly duty. And so she got the best man to stand in. And he was the best man for the night, I suppose. But anyway, there's that glove again. But anyhow, and my most interesting case in Cleveland Heights, I've been painting, watching season 1 of Project Runway, which I have seen before. And I know who the characters are, and they're funny, and it's on, and I don't have to watch it unless the actual runway show is on, so I can paint. I can concentrate on the paint. I can take time, and I won't get bored because I'm listening to that. Then I look up and see a runway show. Then, it's a good afternoon, It's a good afternoon. And then I made a filet mignon sandwich with chimichurri. Oh no, this was actually good. You should see it. Medium rare on a Hawaiian bun for a little sweet. Provolone, then the chimichurri. It's got chopped garlic, fresh garlic from the clove, parsley, cilantro, tomato, chop, real small, shallot, red wine vinegar, Italian seasoning, and truffle oil. Then I sweat a small white onion for 40 minutes, sliced up. And then in the middle of the 40 minutes, I put sherry and Worcestershire sauce in it. Keep stirring. Then you take your fillet and you fry it. I like to get them like one big whole one, and you fry it. You brown it all the way around in butter with fresh thyme and garlic. And then you put it in the oven. Not for long. Because I like my stuff rare. You slice that up, put that on that sandwich, and put some stone ground mustard. Stop it. It's one of 5 things that I'm proud of that I've made in the 65 years of living. Oh, you caught that one right in your mouth. Well, you go, Decker. You go, boy. So anyhow, so I'm just. I was thinking I wasn't having a good day, but I'm having a great day. But anyhow, so yeah, and I made this really good, and then made a lot of it because the boys even eat it, and so that's good. So I'm straight for the day on food. How did I get to that? I don't know. But I do know I was answered the question about my favorite cases. And my favorite, most interesting well, there are 2 on the regular bench. There are 2. One, it was a harassment charge. And the guy was in for harassing somebody. And the guy was representing himself, and it was a jury trial. So, in the beginning you have voir dire, where you ask the jury questions to see if all the jurors are appropriate. So, so the prosecutor asked all his questions, like half an hour, blah, blah, blah. And then the defendant gets up and says, "Do you all believe in Jesus?" And so happened to be a room full of Christians that day, because we had a really healthy Jewish community, really strong conservative Jewish community. I didn't love it. They were some really wonderful people. I don't know why. I got to know them through it. But anyway, neither here nor there. But I'd never been known in a conservative Jewish community like that. And it was a beautiful thing to see. But anyway, none of them were on the jury that day. And so everybody raised their hand. And he said, "Well, as long as you all believe in me, I'm good with all of you. And sit down." And then I'm like, "Oh man, I got a problem." So I call up the prosecutor, I call up the defendant, and we have to ask some questions. But he understood he was competent. The competency questions are, do you know what you're doing? I mean, do you know everybody's role? What the potential conflicts are? I mean, everybody's role. Do you know the outcome? What could happen to you if you? And he understood it all, and I couldn't prove that he wasn't Jesus, even though I knew he wasn't. So we had to go with the case. And the funny thing is, how when you pick for jury duty and you don't get picked, everybody you run home. Every potential juror stayed to watch that whole case. And his opening was, not only was he God, he was also Adam in the Garden of Eden or something, and he was claiming that the guy that he was harassing had raped Eve or something. I mean, it was chock full of nuts. And so that was interesting. And the other interesting case was twice we had this guy bring charges against dudes who he claimed were like a brother or a father-in-law who beat him up. And then the third time he came, the prosecutor figured out what was happening was he wasn't quite sane. And what he would do is he would think about a girl for a very long time and see one, and then he would think about her. And if he thought about her long enough, he would believe that he was married to her. And then he would go in to collect her or talk to her, and she wouldn't want to be bothered and would send one of her brothers or her father or her husband out there and kick his behind because he couldn't fight. So we finally figured that all. He ended up getting charged. He ended up getting convicted of whatever it was he was charged of. And I don't even know if it was in my court. It might have been a felony or somewhere else. And 6 months later, I get airmail. And y'all probably don't remember this. But back in the day, this was in the 90s, airmail. When you got a letter from overseas, it was usually airmail in this little thin paper it was white with red and blue, and I opened it up. I missed the part. Dude was from India, and so he wasn't naturalized or whatever, and so he got deported when he was convicted. 6 months later, I get airmail from India. "Dear Lynn, can you send me $500 so I can get back to you?" So I reported it and this, that, and the other thing. I don't know what happened. God, this ball is so slubbery. But anyway, so those were my favorites. I had another question. I had another 3 questions up here, but I got out here now. I'm confused. I can't remember what they were. Somebody asked me, told, and I had her name and everything, and she wanted me to talk about my 3 books. I don't have them out here, so I'll do it some other day. My bad. Um, if you have questions for me, now leave me in the comments because I think I'm going to leave that email thing alone. Wasn't a good idea. And I hope y'all having a good day. I'm having a better day than I thought. I thought I was kind of having like a mundane day. And it is a little mundane. Hit your head, didn't you? Oh, nice. But y'all have a good day. Sit outside if you can. I'm rather enjoying it because it's hot, but it's overcast, and so it's perfect. So I'm going to stay out here and enjoy it as long as I can. Y'all have a good day. My life wouldn't be me without something tacky going on. Just saying, I know that. I'm aware. It's a mighty Lynn thing to do.